In a world where virality often outpaces verification, where reels on our phones right now, it trends faster than reality, and where Gen Z is not just consuming content, but they're also shaping narratives. We ask, what lies beyond the noise? And that's exactly what our next session is all about. Please welcome, with a round of applause, the students of Galgotias University in conversation with my co-host Arun Singh. The energy should remain high, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the students of Galgotias University.
Lovely, a huge round of applause for our students from Galgotias University. Can we have all of them come on the stage, please? Be quick, guys. You are Yuva. We're talking about young people, youngsters. So see, all of you, rather most of you are students here, so we thought it's important that we talk to students on stage. Where are your other friends? Where are they? This Gen Z, I tell you, they're always late. But anyway, the point was that, there are so many college students here, so it's important that we exchange some ideas and talk about their, more than ideas, rather, you guys have built companies. So more than ideas, we talk about what companies they have built and also inspire a lot of us. So that's, of course, reason number one. Another reason is also very big. You'll see them as our title sponsor, Galgotias University. So it's an honor to have all of you here. Where were you guys? Were you guys doing last minute touch up or something? Okay, lovely. Okay, so if you can come a little bit in the center, lovely. So Sanya, I want to start with you. You run Kisan Drishti. First of all, it's a very interesting setup that you've built. First, in 30 seconds, if you have to tell us what Kisan Drishti is.
Kisan Drishti basically is a farm monitoring system, and we have created an early crop disease detection for it, and it's totally trained on Indian farm and regions. So it's trained on the data sets of Indian agriculture.
And you have a 10-member team already?
Yes.
And how do you plan to scale it up?
So since we are nearing our MVP deployment, our next big milestone is to impact at least 1,000 farmers this year and make them grow more with a 20% better yield.
Oh, lovely. Huge round of applause. And you will be, again, impressed after knowing the age of this gentleman here. He's just 18, and he has also built Cybergenics. 30 seconds, tell us what you do at Cybergenics.
So basically in Cybergenics, we have our own AI systems that are trained on the models of the corporate, and what we actually focus on that they learn by the human nature, the human working, the human workflows, and it's a automation workflow system. So this is what we build at Cybergenic Security.
And you have received a seed funding of 9 crore rupees valuation, right?
Yeah, so we have just cracked a funding at a valuation of 9 crores, and we have a team of 15 to 20 people. And you know what, this funding was too much for us because our system, our vision, and the investor who believed in us for this vision was too much for us.
But you're just 18. मतलब क्या motivation थी इस बाली उम्र में आप ये industry में आ गए? What made you start and what was your motivation?
I don't think so. It's some crime to start at the age of 18. So, the age factor of 18 was never a limitation for me. It was always an opportunity that I have the time, I have the energy to learn, to take risk, to fail. Because I believe that as much I failed, I learned that much. मुझे कभी भी ऐसा नहीं लगा कि भाई इस बार मैं फेल हो रहा हूँ तो क्या पता मैं इसे अगले करूँ या ना करूँ. जब भी मैं फेल हूँ, it is always coming with a pros con as well. So starting so early was totally the benefit of my failures and the support I get from my university, from my parents, from especially my co-founder as well, my co-founder Prakhar. They all supported me a lot, literally. Like if I talk about my university, so my university has provided me the space. The labs, of course, the AI system is too much heavy to operate. Galgotias provided me the whole infrastructure of NVIDIA labs with the high-end GPUs, CPUs, and the testing models as well, like many things more.
Are you teacher's favorite as well? I can sense it. We'll go to Keshav as well, who's built Savvy Technologies. If you can take us through what you do at Savvy.
Sure. So at Savvy, we are a big data analytic company. So what we do for legacy companies. So they have legacy architectures, right? To help them adapt the newest solutions, we tweak their pipelines, tweak their architectures to adapt them actionable insight, smart workflows, and smart automations. Now that thing for a very huge database, be it TVs of database, it's a very big thing to get analytics over that.
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
And are you profitable?
Yeah, we are profitable from day one.
Of course, this matters a lot. We'll move to Ananya. You do Chop Finance. Again, 30 seconds if you could tell our audience what Chop Finance does.
So Chop Finance is an AI native accounting and finance firm for startups and MSMEs. So we have all full stack. We work like CA firms, but much better and much faster.
Yash, if you could also take us through Tech Curious.
For sure. Hello, everyone. So Tech Curious is basically very much spirited to cross the education crisis in India right now. So we are bringing VR-enabled laboratory education, let it be wet lab or dry lab, to Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities so that everyone can have the same platform to grow. So that's what we are doing at Tech Curious right now.
And of course, there's a lot of international exposure as well. If you can talk us through that.
For when I talk about Tech Curious right now, we are actually competing and representing Galgotias University and inherently India to Adventures competition next month at Hong Kong University. So yeah, I think the world needs to understand that we are really working for education here. We really want the education crisis to solve, especially in India and here. So that's what Tech Curious is focusing on right now.
And Ananya, I'll go back to you. You focus a lot on MSMEs. Why that segment? Why that section?
So, it's very important to understand finance has not been evolving at all. It's aged back. So now, for any startups or MSMEs, they get the books by the end of the month. And CA takes, 2 weeks to consolidate the report. And now, the founders have to decide on their gut feeling what happened last month and then do their marketing and stuff like that.
Right.
So what we are doing in Chop Finance is we are changing entirely that. So we have integrated with ERPs, marketplaces like Amazon, Myntra to give the real-time reports. And that change is something that is very game changers for startups and MSMEs because they are always juggling between products, marketing, and then apart from that, they also have to take the headache of finance because their chartered accountant do not care about them much. They just do the compliances and then ultimately what happens is that there's a lot of GST notices, then there is a lot of issues, missing numbers.
We sorted out for them.
Yeah, we sorted out for them.
They run great businesses, but all of them speak so well, right, guys? Huge round of applause for, presenting here their businesses, their ideas, and being so confident at this young and tender age. But now you must be wondering, we've got students from Galgotias University, and you must be thinking, Arun, you have to address the elephant in the room. Why don't we talk about the controversy that happened? And with your permission, I don't want to, force you guys on anything because you guys had no fault of yours. But what did that controversy do to you as students, if any one of you can take that answer?
So I think I'll go first. So I am an alumni of Galgotias University, recent alumni. And it's very important to understand it has not affected me in any sense. And I think anybody, any alumni of Galgotias University will agree with me. Because I'll tell you why. When I joined university, I joined it as a student of BSc Forensic Science. And I joined entrepreneurship cell of Galgotias University. The energy and the support is so tremendous that now I have a business in finance and accounting, AI. And during that journey, I was the VP of entrepreneurship cell. And the amount of interaction that I had with founders, the amount of interaction that I had with industry people, VCs, I have the confidence to build my own business today. And I think because of the support and the environment they provide, I think today I'm at this place to speak in front of everybody and to actually build something on my own.
And how about your friends? How about social media? Did that affect you? Did it come to you?
Not really. So I am someone who understands this fact that negative is something that stays in your mind. First, entire day, if you see, a lot of things, good things will happen, but you'll still remember the one bad thing in your mind, and then it just goes haywire, right? So it's very important to understand there are a lot of good things that the institute has provided us, so many support.
Yeah, good things like, receiving so much of funding.
Yeah, definitely.
Anybody else who wants to take that question? How did that, controversy?
Taking a cue from my senior, Ananya. To be honest, as a current student, graduating student, I would say that it did not affect me at all because there's a social media reality to this, but at the same time, in the ground reality, we are seeing every day at the university University that there are multiple 5,000 plus placements, as you see, and multiple industries are coming. Like, let me tell you why. For me personally, I have been 3 times delegate to Harvard University HPAR conference. I'm heading to Cambridge University in June. I am going to compete in adventures next month in Hong Kong. Alongside with that, I have been a delegate to NTU ASEAN summer program at Singapore and Vietnam. My one startup is for fundraising in Vietnam this year. So you see, all of this is because Galgotias University is integrating so much of education and AI into the whole field and ecosystem of education right here. So to be honest, the whole conversation that is happening, I feel that it did not affected me. I don't think it affected our peers altogether. What it affected was that I grew much stronger in my affinity towards Galgotia as a university, because I see that what is happening right now in the university, and even though people don't get the narrative, I know because I'm very outcome driven, and that I get from the university.
But does it worry you that, for example, every time you list your credentials, you're telling about your achievements to somebody, and they want to maybe fact check it? Does that psyche affect you?
Not actually, because you have to understand one thing. Right now, if I'm meeting someone who does not know what education, what field I come from, or they do not work in that field, that just discourage their own credentials. Yeah. See, when I'm in a stage where people know what I'm doing and they're also doing the same thing in their field, then it comes out that what I bring on the table, what outcome I'm giving. Then when I'm giving that outcome to them, they do not disregard that I have this credentials or that credential they want to check, because I'm giving a real-time example and experience to them. Sure. So I think it does not affect that much.
Okay, we'll come back to the projects that these guys have done. And if you had to tell me one opportunity that came in front of you, or let's say challenge, which you overcome and which we can learn from.
Like being the youngest entrepreneur, I just tackled one problem that no one was believing in a child, if I will say. No one believed that a child can do this, or that comes a factor in the deals as well. When you go to any corporate nature, any client to meet and crack a deal, then there comes a point of trust. But how I overcome that was by building the connections.
And grow the beard as well.
Yeah, you can
That helps, right?
Yeah, it helps.
I've also started at the young age of 18 itself, and then, that really helps when you...
I was tackling this problem since 14. Like, I had my first venture at the age of 14. So I was tackling that till 14. So, like, making the connections from the peoples and giving, taking and validity from higher peoples.
So connections. I'm going to ask that question to all of you. Any challenge that you overcome and which we can learn from?
Yeah, actually, it's about the failures. Everyone fears failures. What if it doesn't happen? So getting into entrepreneurship really helped me to face the failures and then, stood up again.
Learn, yeah.
And the support from our Galgotias Incubation Center and the mentors they gave me. Even since we have an agriculture startup, right, and it's an agri-tech startup, so making it work for the farmers and making it adaptable for the farmers in the field.
Sure.
With unpredictable conditions. So that really helped us a lot. We meet them, we understand them, their problems, and with that we make our early disease crop precision.
Got it.
Yes.
And then what about you?
Challenges as young entrepreneur, I think it's more on I think it's actually better if you're young. You can knock on any doors and everybody's going to help you because, you are young and you have the
energy.
energy.
They can cut you some slack as well because, ye to abhi naye bacche hain, koi baat nahi. I mean, they can always, you always get that discount because you're young and,
they support, I think they love the energy of young people. I think, so senior people, they like, okay, I love the energy.
That helps. Got it. Very quickly, two of you as well.
Yeah, so I think the challenge that come in my mind right now is that when I was in Vietnam, I had to go to a village where I was talking about water crisis, and I was giving them this particular machine that I developed, and they were not trusting me. They think that I'm just someone who wants their money. So the biggest challenge when you're so young and you go somewhere where people don't know, I think the trust. You have to get their trust to trust you, right? So I think, yeah, it was.
How many banh mis did you eat in Vietnam? How many banh mis did you eat is what I was asking.
6 or 7 every single day.
What about you?
So what I will say is, trust the process. There were many times when we failed architecturally to understand the context, क्योंकि हमारे लिए daily ही new architecture आता है. There are no self-based output. We make custom solutions for everyone. So what I will say is, trust the process, dive deep in, and make it through.
Okay, my last question. A lot of Gen Zs also here and a lot of non-Gen Zs also here. If you could teach us one Gen Z term that non-Gen Zs could take back home, what would it be? Which is your favorite Gen Z term that your generation has?
Clock it.
Clock it.
Yeah,
guys, can we
clock it? Yeah, just clock everyone with your talent, to be very honest.
Anybody else? Any Gen Z term you want to teach us? I think they are quite serious kids who are busy building their businesses. They don't care about skibidi or clock it. You have one.
Like, if I talk about the Gen Z term, like everyone says that Gen Z is so much impassionate one, right? I say, if we are getting a chance, then why to wait and why to just have a patience? We can give a try. If it hits, hits.
Lovely. Okay, give it up for these students, guys. Thank you very much. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके. Thank you very much. And of course, it was quite inspiring to see their stories and what they're building. I hope it will be helpful for our audience as well. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. And of course, before we let you go, you can have a moment here on the stage for the memory's sake. I think you guys should also get one clicked just of your group as well. And can we also have some music as well?
All right, can we have a huge round of applause for the students of Galgotias University for being so candid here with us and for sharing how they felt when that fiasco unfolded, truly. Moving on to our next session. Well, they say, Arun, that ambition gives you wings, but what truly takes you high is courage, resilience, and will to break barriers. We've heard that so many times, haven't we?
Yes, we'll go on to our next session. But before that, we also wanted to have a little bit of chit-chat here with the audience because, as I said, it's a conversation. It is an interaction as well with our young members. So can we have the guest mic already? Now, we were talking about Yuva. If you guys had to describe your generation or Yuva of 2026, which one word would you describe this generation with? Can I get the mic, please? Let's start with you. What do you think?
I would really say chill. Our
Chill.
generation is extremely chill about everything, and we can handle a lot of stuff with relaxation, and we are not impatient about stuff.
One internet trend that you're obsessed with as Gen Z.
One internet trend that I'm obsessed as Gen Z is clock it. Clock it
All of you guys are
and
obsessed
rage
with
baiting,
clocking
I
it.
guess. We are already clocking and rage baiting a lot of people, and people are getting rage baited. So that's what our intention is.
What do you
Okay,
rate it most on? Do you also make videos on the internet? Just
No,
asking?
not really,
Okay.
but-
So what do you rage bait people most with?
Anything which can rage bait them. I would really just go
She's at
to
it.
their limitations.
Let's also check some more Gen Z slangs. What does no cap means? Let's ask.
I don't think we need to quiz them. I'm sure all of them know. What is...
No cap is actually means no lie.
Yeah, of course. All of you would know. And next, Rahisha, if there's any other...
This one is easy, flex. But I want to ask somebody who's non-Gen Z. Maybe
that's where the fun
So
begins.
what does flex mean? Any guess?
No idea.
So take a guess. What do you think flex is?
I can know flex means flexibility.
But if I say you are flexing your glasses, so what would that mean?
Adjusting,
No. Flaunting.
tuning.
Flaunting.
Flex
Flaunting.
means
Ah,
show off.
Flex is flaunting, but thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Give a huge round of
Thank you, thank you.
applause for sir for being such a sport. And this is what we'll keep doing, okay? So brace yourself. We'll keep coming to you. And sir, the mic can stay with you. That's your moment. But now we move on to our next session.
But before that, Arun, let's also ask the youth today, all the youngsters here, how do you feel about NDTV Yuva 2026? We've been doing this for many, many years, but the Delhi edition. Can we please have the mic and any answers here? Your one thought, does it inspire you? Your thoughts, can we have a mic to the lady here? Your thoughts on NDTV Yuva 2026 and how perhaps does it inspire you in ways to come?
Can we
Have the mic? The
for
mic
her?
is there.
It's wonderful to be here, and it is actually very inspiring. We are getting to know a lot of stories that we would have not known otherwise, and we are getting insights which are really candid. So yeah, that is what makes it.
Okay, don't tell us the meaning, but what is your favorite Gen Z term? Don't tell us the meaning.
Uh,
Okay,
Can
anybody
we?
else?
There's so many.
Any of you? Any one of you?
I cannot think of my favorite right now.
Okay, not a problem, not a problem. Anybody else who wants to suggest a Gen Z term which we'll take to a non-Gen Z? Yes, ma'am. What would that one term be? Baddie. Love that. Where's the
But we
mic?
need to ask a non-Gen Z what
Yes.
baddie means.
Sir, if we could come to you. Where's the mic, guys? Okay, so if you had to take a guess, baddie. These guys use this term a lot.
You can give a hint, Arun.
No, first we'll make him take the guess.
Something which is not suitable.
Yeah, something which is bad. Okay, I'll give you a hint now. Sir, what do you do if I may know?
I'm in education.
Okay, and you think you have accomplished a lot of, achievements? You have. Would you say you are an achiever?
Yes. why
Yes,
not?
so I would say
Yes.
you are a baddie in education field.
That's great. Thank you.
So that's what baddie is. But thank you very much, sir. It's so exciting to see non-Gen Zs participate in something which is called NDTV Yuva. So this collaboration has to continue. Okay, I'll keep asking